Welcome to Jackson the Pod. I'm Jack John.
I'm Jack Velasquez. We are rebranding the podcast this week. It's supposed to be called Two Jacks in a Pod. Well, for 9 weeks, we've been calling it Jacks in the Pod. So, welcome to Two Jacks in a Pod. We're very excited to have you here.
Yeah, we the names are all messed up. My sports Vegas or Vegas sportsbook name is Jacks in the Box. That was a mess up. Yeah, just all over the place. Just know we're Jacks.
Yeah, and there's two of us. It's
Yeah,
easy. Yeah,
we're the only two Jacks in the Vegas Super Contest. That's
that's
there's
true.
another Jack, but he doesn't count. He's not two.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're at week 9. We missed week 8 due to some scheduling issues and just because we didn't do it, and it ended up reflecting in our picks. I went 2 for 3 last week. Not a great week for me. Started off with a Thursday night loss. How about you, Jack John? How'd you do?
I went 3 for 2. I had a chance at 4-1, but honestly, I was happy with 3-2. I kind of it wasn't my best week, wasn't my worst week. Happy to keep it going.
Yeah. And so in total, I have 19, I think, right? 19 points.
Yep.
Uh, and you have 21.
Yep. I think you're 19 because don't you have two ties? Do you have
I
one
think
tie, two ties?
I think I have one. I think I have one push.
Okay, so then you're 19.5 and I'm 21.5.
Nice. There you go. All right. Only two separate us. So hopefully again this week we'll have some jack off picks. We don't know again. And then that way I can get some wins.
I know you're hoping for those jack off picks. That's better.
Overall, yeah, the jack off picks are about like 30%, 33% of my victories are jack off related picks.
I think they're like 40%. You're really dominating. If this was purely a jack off contest, you'd be dominating.
Oh man, I typically do when it comes to jack off contests. I usually am number one. All right, so let's just jump into it. We'll let you go first, since you picked a Thursday night game, and it's being played right now.
Yeah, so I went early. I saw this game and I was like, this is just boom. It jumped off the page to me. I had to jump on it, even though I don't normally like picking the Thursday games. You gotta pick Wednesday. You don't get to see all the injury stuff. I picked the Texans they're getting to at the Jets. I mean, the Jets are trash. If you're watching the game right now, Aaron Rodgers is just horrible, horrible.
He is. He's very bad. Right now, yeah, they're in the third quarter at 7-0. And like you said, you're getting the Texans plus 2.5. Um, Aaron Rodgers as of right now has 32 yards. So he might as well
Only
be.
it's only two, not 2.5, but
Oh, sorry,
yeah.
2. Okay.
And then plus the Jets are just being Jets. They have their rookie running back on his first carry, score a touchdown, but then fumble through the end zone. I mean, that's just wow.
Yeah,
That's
he
nothing more
dropped
than
it.
that.
He did the Deshaun Jackson. He like celebrated before he even went in. Did you see that play?
No, I saw it and I was like, I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it.
I just don't understand. Like, how does that happen as a player? Like, how do you just like drop the ball? Like I don't understand. What's the point of not having the ball in your hands?
No, I don't get it either. Like, I don't get why so many people do it. I don't think it's that cool. I think
Yeah.
it's so stupid because it happens more often than not that they fumble it.
Yeah, it's awful. I don't get it. Yeah, well, they deserve what they get, and hopefully they lose. And if they do win, hopefully they only win by one. That was like my bad pick last week. I had them um to win the game and then they lost. So that sucked against the Patriots. But first off for me, I'm gonna go in. It's not a Thursday night game, but it's a team that has dominated this other team. It's an interdivision game. Uh, it's between the Bills and the Dolphins. The Bills are favored by 6 points at home. The Dolphins are undefeated at home. And they also just squash the Dolphins every time. So I'm going to take the line. I'm going to take the Dolphins, or sorry, I'm taking the Bills. Taking the Bills. And what's the line? I gotta find the exact line. Yeah, it's 6. I'm taking the Bills minus 6.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. This was another
Yeah.
this was one of mine. I was like, this was so easy for me.
Yeah.
I've been watching some of the Dolphins and I don't know, Mike McDaniels just seems out of it this year. They got the weird Tua stuff, and the Bills are just good. The Bills are probably the best team in the AFC. I mean, once again, it looks like we're going to go through another AFC championship game of Bills versus Chiefs.
Yeah. And I'm no complaints here. I love those matchups. They're always the best. But yeah, the Bills do look dominating. Unfortunately, they've had two losses, and the Chiefs are undefeated. So it looks like they might have to play in Arrowhead again, and then not make the Super Bowl. So poor Josh Allen.
I mean, honestly, I don't think it matters where they play. I think either way, Patrick Mahomes will just beat Josh Allen. I don't know. Poor guy. Like, dude's an MVP. In any other time period, he'd be an MVP. He's just born in the wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing really good this year. So okay, so that was your second pick was the Bills -6.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go to my next favorite pick. It's another divisional game, so probably not great ideas here to do divisional games, but it's the Commanders versus the Giants. I believe that line was 3.5.
Yep. 3.5.
3.5 to the Commanders. Danny Dimes hasn't thrown a touchdown in New York in a very, very long time. And that's all I needed to know because the Commanders are going to put up points. So I'm going to take the Commanders -3.5 against the Giants in New York. My only concern about this game is the let down off of that emotional victory over the Bears. But I think Dan Quinn's got this team in shape. They need to win this to stay ahead of the Eagles. So I got Commanders -3.5.
Yeah. I mean, that's my only real fear is the Giants surprisingly are like a good fundamental team. They're good on both sides of the line. They do things that are good some of the time. It's just they have a really bad quarterback. I mean, the Dodgers won the World Series and scored more points as a baseball team than Daniel Jones has scored in New York. I mean, it's just wild. Like, I don't know. The guy, I can't believe he's still starting. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I think I have some theories why he's starting and why he doesn't get as ridiculed. I think it has to do with his skin tone, but it's not here or there. But I'm just gonna say that Anthony Richardson got pulled, and he's on the Colts. He got pulled and benched, and I'm pretty sure I'd take him over Daniel Jones. So yeah, I
Good
agree.
question. I don't know. In this world, I don't know who I pick. I hate both of them.
All
Or
right, wait. So
one of my picks later.
are you taking the Commanders or no?
I stayed away from this game just because
Okay.
I grew up watching the Commanders. I know that they always pull one of these letdown games as soon as they win a big game. Granted, I've been waiting for them to do this for a long time now this season, but
Yeah.
I don't know. A division game for them, a division game that they should win, a division game that after they've played a heroic comeback, it just feels weird for me.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but the line keeps going up. So we've gotten some good action, or we got it locked in at 3.5. And I think on FanDuel right now it's at 4. So it's moving in the other direction, in the right direction for us in terms of like where Vegas thinks it's going. So, all right. So that was my second one. What's your third?
Okay, my third is let's go to what I was talking about just a second ago. I love the fact that this team benched this guy, Anthony Richardson. This guy has been holding this team back, which is incredible. Because honestly, I thought he was going to before the season. I thought he was going to be the team or the guy that drove this team.
Right.
He's just bad, like god awful bad. Maybe not as bad as Aaron Rodgers, but pretty close.
Oh man. Wow.
Yeah, so I'm at the Colts getting 5.5 at the Vikings. I really like the Vikings early in the season. I think they're fading a little bit. Maybe they still win this game, but the Colts are just really good. Um, they're another team that's just surprisingly good fundamentals, and I think their quarterback's holding them back. So yeah, let's get Flacco in there. Let's get a let's get a win for the Colts.
All right.
But at least let's just cover that 5.5.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good pick. Yeah, the Vikings do kind of feel like that team that started off hot, still getting some respect, but kind of like slowly visible cracks kind of falling apart there. I just wonder, like, yeah, how the defense will hold up against Flacco in those deep balls. So I think it's a good pick.
I like it. That's what I'm going with.
All right. Okay, that's your third. So I'm gonna get my third out here. Hey, I'm gonna stay on tune here. Divisional game. Let's do it again. I'm gonna do a divisional game, and again, I'm gonna take someone on the road. I like this team right now. They look good. They look feisty. I think they're coming for the NFC West. I'm taking the
Oh,
Rams -1.5 on the road against the Seahawks. I like the Rams team. I always love Sean McVay. I think he's keeping them feisty, keeping them in there. I'm taking them -1.5.
I like the pick. I was only laughing so hard because I really thought you were about to pick the Lions.
Oh, no, I wasn't.
No, but yeah, I like the Rams. They have a young defense. I think it's coming together. I think they're a good defensive team that's finally got their weapons back. And Matthew Stafford, probably one of the best I mean, if not the best quarterback in the league, definitely up there. So yeah, and then playing a Seattle team that's kind of sloping down.
Yeah.
Why hasn't Seattle won this division yet?
Yeah, why are they not favored at home? So, if they have that home field advantage with those crowds, something's off with them. Yeah, and the Rams are just looking better and better each week. And they have extra time off. They've been off for 10 days. So hopefully they'll be healthy enough to squeak this one out at 1.5.
Yeah, I like the pick. I was just a little nervous about it 'cause it's a division game and also just weird for the Rams. I mean, I picked them to win the division, but I don't know. I'm still that division's just a walk fest right now. So
Yeah.
I another game where I kind of stayed away, but that was definitely a game that I was looking at.
Yeah. All right. So that's three each. No jack offs yet. What is your next pick?
This is the game that I thought you were going to pick against me. I got the Packers getting
Oh,
three at home against the Lions. Um, I like the Packers. Another great young defense. A little worried about Jordan Love, just where he's at, but honestly, I like the Packers at home in Lambeau in the cold. I like Jared Goff outside the dome. Um, show up Jared Goff. Like if you're MVP, like go put it together, and he has. And normally he's done it against when I pick against him. So go
well, I think it's a good pick because this is his first game outside of a dome all year. So every game they've played this year has been in a dome. So he hasn't been outside. No one's been outside, and it is a little chilly up here. I can attest. Uh, and it's supposed to rain. At least it's supposed to rain in Chicago on Sunday. So maybe it's supposed to rain in Wisconsin for this game. If it does, yeah, I think the Packers can keep it close. You said the line was 2.5.
The line was three,
Oh,
so
okay.
Packers are
Perfect.
getting three. So yeah, so I'm safe if it's just I'll push if it's a field
Yeah.
goal game.
Yeah, and I mean the Packers looked good against the Texans. We kind of talked about the Texans maybe not being that good, but the Packers kind of dominated that game. Should have scored more points, but Love did get hurt that game. So hopefully he's good enough against the Lions. That's a good game. I just the Lions have just like smoked everybody. So like you just don't know if they're just going to keep smoking everybody or if they just smoke bad teams. So that's my only fear for this one is that like you just don't really know who they're playing against yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really hoping that this is just a Packers team that's wants to fight for the division, that thinks they can win the division.
Yeah,
Show up, and if you're the Lions, like I said, Jared Goff show up. This is a game. I think this may determine who wins the NFC North.
I agree. Yeah, a lot of these teams are going to start playing against each other in the second half of the season, so it's going to be like this gauntlet to win the NFC North. So if the Lions want to win it, they got to win it on the road here. So all right, that was your fourth one. I'm going to go for my fourth one. I'm going to go away from the trend here of divisional games. And I'm going to pick a team that I know you hold dear to your heart, and a player that you just love so much. I'm picking Kirk Cousins -2.5 at home against the god awful Cowboys. They still don't have a pass rush. Um, Parsons is still going to be out. Dak has looked terrible. And the Falcons kind of figuring some things out here. They can score a lot of points. So I kind of like them in this spot. I think they're kind of under the radar, and I think the Cowboys are just getting respect because they're the Cowboys. But I think a field goal, especially with the kicker that the Falcons have and Koo, I think that'll be enough at -2.5. I'm going to take Kirk.
I mean, it comes down to kickers. I like Aubrey over Koo any day, but
What? Nah, man. Isn't Aubrey hurt? I thought Aubrey got hurt. Or no, he's in jury duty. He might not even play.
oh wow, yeah, he's my fantasy kicker, so I got to check on that.
Yeah, I think he's doing jury duty. Or at least that was last week.
On a weekend?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, I don't know. I kind of the Cowboys are kind of like maybe they're being underrated now. I mean, they're trash, but also the Falcons are riding pretty high off of, beating another NFC South team, which, I
Was
picked
beat
against
up.
them. Picked
Yeah.
against me. So once again, I have no feel for the Falcons. My bias always ruins that. So,
Yeah,
good luck with
you
that one.
hate Kirk Cousins.
I hate
So
the Falcons. Kirk Cousins just, I also happen to hate him. It's just they align.
do you just hate where Kirk Cousins goes and plays? Because you also hated him when he was on the Vikings.
Yeah, I hated that too.
Yeah, see,
I
so
also,
I think the common denominator here is not that you hate the teams, you just hate Kirk Cousins.
no, I also hate the Falcons. I've even when the Falcons
Why
were,
would you hate the Fal? Like, what does the Falcons ever done to make you hate them?
I don't know, I just never liked those dirty bird teams in the
Oh.
1990s.
All right. All right.
And
That
plus,
sounds
I have a dog, so I'm pro dog.
got it. All right. Noted.
Anti dog abuse. I guess
Yeah.
that one's just always stuck with me.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. Now look at you. You've changed so much since you've become a dog owner. All right. Let's do the last pick. We'll switch it up here. I'll go last.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna. I think this is a risky pick, but I don't know if anyone's gonna be picking this game. But I'm gonna be picking this game. I'm gonna pick the Patriots Titans game.
I thought you're going there.
Yeah. Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I'm gonna go do the Patriots +3.5. I think Drake May is pretty good, and I think the Titans are pretty bad. Um, and yeah, that's all I got.
I like it. I mean, look, Titans are trash.
Yeah,
Whoever's playing quarterback for them, they're trash. Whoever's their coach, I'm still upset. They fired their past coach. Thought he was better. Um, I don't like this team, and honestly, I think people crap on the Patriots a lot, but they have some stuff that they're working through. Like I see some like sprouts. They have Drake May.
yeah.
They have a running game. They can play against some bad teams. I I like them. I like the pick.
Thank you. That is my fifth and final pick. It sounds like we didn't have a jack off this week, so I'm going 0 for 5, which is good to know. Let's hear your last pick.
Uh, this one is risky because I'm going against a hot team. I mean, semi-hot. They won one game. I'm picking the Chargers, giving two to the Browns.
Yeah.
Um, I, look, the Chargers, I think, keep on just rising up. They're gonna be a playoff team. I think they're gonna be a really good playoff team, and I think they just kind of keep building momentum. And the Chargers aren't gonna lose against a bad team, the Browns. I'm only just a little nervous that the Browns have a little bit of like nobody believes in us. We got rid of Deshaun Watson. We got rid of this toxic person, and
Yeah.
he's the person holding us down.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm afraid of for you. Is that like the first game without them, they scored like 35 points against the Ravens, and Jameis Winston looks amazing.
I know I was nervous. They hadn't scored 21. They hadn't scored over 21 points like all season. Then they just blow up. Then they just start scoring like nothing. And this
Yeah,
after they've traded Amari Cooper. So yeah, I'm a little nervous, especially since I don't think the Chargers don't score a lot of points.
right.
So it is kind of weird. But look, the Browns play the Ravens a lot. The Harbaughs, I think they share notes. They're familiar with that type of team. I like the Chargers. I
Hold
just
on, can we go back?
yeah.
Can we go back to that last comment? The Browns did just beat a Harbaugh, so like I don't know if he has the best notes for Jim.
I don't know. I mean, did it last week. Last week's over. They know what's going to happen. I don't know.
All right,
I like the Chargers. I don't feel that confident about it, but I was struggling to find a 15 this week, and
Same. I
this
did.
was just one of those. I just picked the better team versus the worst team.
Yeah. See, like my last picks were going to be either the Browns. So if that's any indication for you, uh, the Browns, or I was going to go Buccaneers. Those were the two.
I guess my other ones. I was thinking about the Rams. I was thinking about the Bears playing the Cardinals. That's just a pick 'em.
Yeah. But the Bears are awful on the road.
And I was
Uh,
also thinking about my boy Bo Nix getting 9 points playing the Ravens. But
talking about that. The same record, 5-3. The 5-3 Broncos, which is insane, versus a 5-3 Ravens. The crazy part is that the AFC West has like they could essentially have like two, they could have three playoff teams being represented. Like the Chiefs have to stay undefeated because if not, the Broncos and the Chargers are right on their heels.
I don't know, it's crazy, and I, I don't think it's crazy to think that those two teams could actually beat the Chiefs for the division.
Yeah,
Chiefs are weak. They're just dying like to fall apart. Like it wouldn't be crazy if all of a sudden you saw like, oh, the Chiefs lose 2 games in a row, lose 3 games.
right.
They could have a
Yeah.
losing
Well,
streak.
no, the Chiefs are stacking up though. They got a couple players traded to them, uh, trying to stay on top of it. Probably to stay on top of like yeah, the Chargers and the Ravens. I mean, and the Broncos.
Wait, they got more referees? I thought they already bought them all.
No, they got more players.
Players. Oh,
Players, yeah. Don't get that confused. No.
yeah.
They don't have as much money as the Dodgers. They can't just buy all the talent out there.
Hey, we put together a great roster, top to bottom.
Yeah, yeah, top to bottom, 1.9 million. Oh, sorry, billion. Sorry, I misspoke. But yeah, on that note, we're all very happy for you, Jack John.
Well, thank
Uh,
you. We got
long
a new
time
jersey
coming.
coming. This is the old Seager, but you got that Mookie Betts coming.
So when you said you got the World Series one, it's got the patch on it.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, the one that they just like immediately, like my phone just immediately buzzes as soon as the World Series wins. They're like, "Hey, do you want to pay for this overpriced jersey?" I was
You're
like,
like, yes,
"Yes."
I just won 530 bucks on FanDuel. Absolutely.
I was like, "Take my money."
Also, like, how bummed are you that like we didn't even think about putting Freddie Freeman as one of those bets? Because I'm sure he would have had like I wonder what his bet like his MVP odds were.
It Shohei and Mookie were the best odds going into that series. Freddie
Right.
wasn't that far behind. He was third, which
Oh, okay.
that's why I thought was crazy. Because just so everyone knows, I bet basically every Dodger player except for Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
It was because he didn't play in the NCLS. I thought he was still kind of injured. And of course, Freddie just shows up. I'm not mad.
No. No, absolutely not. Why would you?
No, it's like when we bet the world or the Super Bowl last year and Christian McCaffrey went off, but he didn't win Super Bowl MVP. He didn't get the first and last touchdown. It was
Right.
like that would have been great because I would have won a ton of money. But I'm
Yeah.
kind of just winning a little bit of money.
Yeah. Well, we had the like non-QB throw a touchdown pass, which is like was
Lock,
an amazing bet. Like, oh
lock of
my
the
God.
century.
Chef's kiss there. All right. Do you have any surprise pick? I know lacrosse is over,
Yeah,
baseball's over, so you're kind of dwindling down here. Do you have any like upset that you're looking at, money line or anything?
I do. I got a college football pick
Ooh, all right, let's do it.
right now, and I don't know the exact line of FanDuel. I was talking to my brother earlier today. Uh, I got the Gamecocks playing Texas A&M at home.
Oh,
And
yeah.
honestly,
Oh, they are good.
I'm probably gonna go Gamecocks money line.
Ah,
Because honestly, I think Texas A&M is always fraudulent. I had a good buddy that went to Texas A&M. I know a bunch of people that went to Texas A&M. Great people, crappy football school.
yeah, they're plus 130.
I know that. See that already tells you that the world. I mean, the Gamecocks should have beat LSU. They probably should have beat Bama. Like they it took all the SEC muscle to suppress them. Texas A&M doesn't have that kind of SEC muscle. They don't have the same referees.
Yeah, did Texas A&M beat Notre Dame, or did they lose to Notre Dame? Is that their one loss, Notre Dame? Texas A&M.
Good
That's that
question.
quarterback,
That
right? That
game,
was
that game was
terrible.
awful.
Yeah.
So I forget who won because I think I bet it when I was in Vegas, getting this all signed up.
Yeah, they lost to Notre Dame the first week of football season.
Yeah, Notre Dame sucks.
Yeah.
Northern Illinois University. Come on,
Is that their only loss? Yeah, it is. Notre Dame as well. Okay. Well, yeah.
that's my
Let's
pick.
uh let's do that. Let's do that.
Wish it was better odds, but yeah, that's my pick.
Yeah, we'll do the Gamecocks. And I also kind of like the Panthers this week. Um, they are big underdogs against the Saints. The Panthers are at home. I just kind of, for some reason, am feeling attracted to like a money line bet of the Panthers.
I mean, it is a division game, and the Saints. I don't know. They really have kind of fallen off.
Yeah, so I plus 270. So I might do a little bit of something on that.
I may try to go just something small if you just to say, hey, let's go
Yeah.
Panthers. Let's go Prince Young.
Hey, let's lose money together while we go 0-5 in our picks
Yeah.
because we didn't go against each other head to head, so there's no guaranteed victory.
Well, I mean, that's good for me. It means I already haven't signed up for a loss this week.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's week 9. We're ready to go. Right now it's 10-7, and the Jets are driving down, but hopefully Jack John will win this and he won't start the week off 0-1.
I, I don't know because that one week when I picked the Bills on Thursday night, they won and then I lost 4. So maybe
Right?
reverse.
Maybe it's good to lose this first
Yeah.
week of the first game.
Okay.
All right, man. Well, thank you again. Thanks for tuning in. See you later, everyone.
Good luck with your picks.